The J-1 Visa Exchange Visitor Program welcomes nearly 280,000 visitors each year from outside the United States on one of our 13 different types of cultural exchange programs. Our exchange visitors experience American society as students, teachers, young professionals, and scholars. While in the United States, they enrich all kinds of American institutions, as well as American families and businesses. They are bright, motivated, and leaders in their home countries. And they return home to do great things, all while keeping in touch with their American friends. I oversee the Exchange Visitor Program, which is a vital tool to build mutual understanding and trust between Americans and citizens from other countries. This program offers exchange participants a hands-on experience to learn about U.S. society and culture while sharing their own culture and perspectives with Americans. When we appreciate the similarities that bring people together, we strengthen our mutual understanding. These are the goals of people-to-people exchange and are at the very foundation of the Exchange Visitor Program, one of the most significant exchange programs in the world. For more information, please visit our website, j1visa.state.gov.
I heard about ISATS. One day I was scrolling through Instagram and was looking for an opportunity, I guess, to further myself, and saw ISATS Instagram, and I decided to call. Well, I've been working in the hospitality program for over 6 years, so it's been in my system for a while. So it was more of not a choice, but what I was kind of bored to do, I guess. So I've been working. My first professional job was at Chocolate Green, and I was there for about a year. And after that, I was at Sovereign Bakery. Worked there for a couple of months. It was a good experience until I got an opportunity to work in a hotel, which was Terranova Hotel. Was there for a couple of years as a supervisor pastry chef. And after that was Corona. So after Corona finished, and after Corona had finished, I applied for another job, which was Excellent Oyster Bay in Falmouth, and I was there for another couple of months, but realized that the commute was a bit too much, so I had left that job, and then applied for a job at the Rock Hotel, and really it was just to gain the experience, really, the exposure, another, class of food, I guess, the culture, different, just exposure overall, the experience that I would gain from going overseas. I will be working at Escondido Golf Club in Texas. Excited. I can honestly say that I'm really excited for the new experience. The experience that I've had in the process of getting the job was really good, even though some might say it took me a while. But for me, I didn't think so. Initially, when I had started, I had a difficulty finding the sum of money that was required. And then after a while, I was able to find it, and the process moved a bit, smoother, quickly. The workers, the employees at ISATS made it really easy, to apply, to get through the process, and now I'm here. So, apart from learning, the overall aspect of the kitchen, I'll be learning costing and banqueting operations and some other stuff that I can't remember at the moment. But, but yeah, I'll be learning a lot. Really and truly, I'd love to inspire people to do what I do, help them to grow as an individual, help them, introduce them to this kind of program and, help them move forward, come back to Jamaica and help people through this process. Yeah, so after doing the application process, which wasn't really difficult, you fill out the information that should already be in your knowledge. Um, you submit it and you get your date and you go. As far as going to the embassy, for me it was quite a easy interview. Not without being nervous, but it was pretty much straightforward. I wasn't asked a lot of questions. It's not going to be the same for everyone, but I know for me it was pretty good. It was pretty good. They asked me in total about 4 questions, and that was it. So the morning of the interview, naturally when I'm doing anything new or out of my comfort zone, I feel very nervous. But once you get into it, that kind of goes away. So, I mean, for me, being at the embassy, it never went away until I reached work. Yeah, so it was pretty nerve-wracking. I don't really have any plans as to where I'd like to go initially. But right now, when I do leave and go, I'd like to, take a tour of the property, feel the space, get to know other persons, while I'm there for the first moment that I'm in the resort. But as for the last of my employment, I might travel. Not sure where to, but I most definitely will make use of that opportunity. This is not my first time overseas, but I have not traveled in a capacity where I'm able to do stuff on my own. Do it. I would say definitely take the risk, take the leap, take that jump, you know. Um, Nothing beats a failure but a trial, and you only can move forward from this, So I would say do it.
Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without.
Thank you, ISATS Jamaica, for this opportunity.
If you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy.
All right, good morning, everybody. I know it's early morning for everyone. I know we're happy to have you guys on board in terms of getting to know the program details. So this webinar is specifically for the hospitality program. So what we'll be discussing is everything regarding the hospitality-based program. This is the J1 intern or training program. So we're excited to have you guys on board. And, we are going to share some details about how the program works and how to get onboarded. We're going to share some job opportunities that our sponsor would have had. And also, we have one of our partners, ITN, they have a rep that will join us shortly with a nice presentation to present some of the job offers that we have currently available, some of the vacancies, how the process really works when you arrive in the US. And just so you know, just who a sponsor is, a sponsor would have been the designated entity or company that will be responsible for you when you're on the J1 intern or training program or any J1 program, pretty much. The sponsor is the organization that will be responsible for you when you arrive, while you're in the US until you leave or depart the US. So we're excited to share with you guys and to basically share some insight about the program. I know you guys may have some questions or concerns. We're happy to answer any questions you have about the program. To our partner, Charlotte will be here shortly. She'll be joining us in a few minutes. But again, stay tuned, guys. We're going to discuss some very important details that you should know about the J1 intern or trainee program. We're really excited to share these opportunities. All right, guys. So as you know, the J1 intern or training program, it provides, and this is more specific to the hospitality program. I have here with me my colleague, Miss Crooks. She will be with us and she'll be monitoring the comments. And if you guys have any questions, again, you can always reach out to us after this webinar. Or contact details will be posted down below in the description box. But if you have any questions, I know many of you who are watching would have been persons who are thinking of going on a program or persons who are already in the process, but they want to join to learn more about this opportunity. So I have here with you Ms. Crooks. Ms. Crooks is from the recruitment team. Hi, Ms. Crooks.
Hi, good
Again, she'll be
morning.
with me this morning. So again, we're here and we're going to provide some details about the J1 intern training program. Um, or This is specifically for the hospitality program, but we do provide some support where business internship, etc., are concerned. But this is predominantly for the hospitality-based program. All right. So we're going to set the agenda for this morning. Again, we'll be highlighting some of the vacancies that we have available. Again, I forget to mention that, of course, you guys know us by now. We're ISATS Jamaica, so it's International Student Affairs and Travel Services, and also ISATS Global Adventures Limited, same sister company. So it's fall under the same umbrella. So, we have been doing this for almost 5 years. We don't only do J1 intern or trainee, we also do the J1 Camp Council program, J1 Work and Travel program. We also do some UK internship. We do visa services for applicants as well who are interested in applying for their J1 or B1, B2 visa. We do provide support where those things are concerned, flight booking, etc., to a smaller extent, but majority of our services are around exchange program. So the J1 exchange program, right? So again, we'll be doing a presentation as it relates to the internal training program. So our partner, again, this is one of our sponsors that we work with. We work with different sponsors, and the main sponsor that we work with would have been, sorry, not the main sponsor. We work with different sponsors, but this is one of the sponsors that will join us this morning. So stay tuned, guys. And again, this will be a lot of information for you to write down and to know about the legitimacy of our, operation. Again, we have been doing this for years. I know ITN has been doing this for years more than us. And we have persons who are hired already in this quarter. It's just that some persons are even waiting on their embassy appointments, waiting on DS forms. Again, all of that will be discussed further on during this session. So stay tuned.
is Alice Bukal. I am a first year student at Charlotte Teachers College.
My name is Shelly Gordon, and I attend the University of the West Indies Mona campus.
I came about ISATS via the ministry website where they have all the list of approved agencies. And the reason I chose them was because of their close distance from where I live.
Okay, so when I was at school, one of my friends signed up for the Camp Counselors program, and he went to an orientation. And then he told me that ISATS had a work and travel program, and that it seemed to be very good. So I looked up ISATS on Instagram, and I saw that they were registered with the Ministry of Labor. So that was a plus for me.
Okay, for registration, the process was pretty simple. It was done online, very time efficient. So therefore, you don't have to be back and forth. You just go ahead and register online.
The registration process was pretty simple. I went on their website, and it was really a hassle because there were a lot of ads, there were a lot of other things popping up. It went straight to the point, and you could get what you were doing finished in a quick amount of time.
I sat to my friends and also other persons outside of Charlotte Teachers College because all of the members here are very supportive. They know their stuff and they also push to the max to ensure that you are successful at the end.
The staff here is pretty friendly. They know their stuff. They take care of you. They make sure that everything is done and everything is done on time. And that is one of the most important parts of signing up for these programs because it has a time frame that you have to adhere to. So they would ensure that everything is done properly.
For the staff though, they are very supportive. If you have any questions, they're always there to share a point or to guide you through the process.
Before this, I didn't know anything about the United States. I knew that it was a different culture, but I wasn't sure of the extent of it. So when I went to the pre-departure orientation, they showed me the different rights and what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and how to operate in a different environment and different culture. So it kind of opened my eyes to see what I'm actually doing.
The pre-departure orientation was very educating. The process was about informing you of your do's and don'ts, your rights as a J1, and also just to give you a little first-hand experience of what to expect when you go.
I will be working at the club at IBs, and I'll be working in the golf shop there, the retail shop, and this is in Florida.
I will be working at West End, that is Hilton Head Islands, South Carolina. I'll be a floor attendant, so I'll be a pool attendant rather, will be helping out around the pool.
Thank you, ISATS. My visa was approved, and I can't wait to start my next adventure overseas.
Thank you, ISATS. I'm looking forward for a memorable moment this summer. Thank you.
All right, guys. So that was just us showing you guys the different offerings that we have under the same J1 class visa. So again, this is specifically for the intern or trainee category for the J1 program. So I know you guys are excited about this opportunity, and we're now joined by one of our sponsors, ITN Intern Training Network. So we're joined by Charlotte. Hi, morning, Charlotte.
Hi, how are you?
I am great. So Charlotte is with us this morning, guys, and she'll be giving us some overview of the intern or trainee program. Same for the J1 class visa that you guys are accustomed to. So we'll be discussing like what it is like, the different vacancies that we would have normally had. You know, it's basically first come first serve. So the sooner you apply, the you can get one of these vacancies available. We'll be also discussing about the program, how the program really works, and when you arrive in the US, etc. So Charlotte will basically give you guys a rundown as to the expectation from the sponsor side, uh, and also from you, the applicant. So again, with all questions, you can always shoot them in the comment section. I know some persons are watching live on YouTube and directly from the StreamYard link. So again, guys, you can drop your questions or any type of clarity that you need in the comment section. I know we'll be happy to answer all of them. So welcome, Charlotte, and I want to give you the warm Jamaican welcome.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Perfect. So you're showing the presentation. Awesome. So today, so my name is Charlotte. I do work for ITN International Training Network and Odyssey as well, which is our sponsor company. So basically, like who we are an American sponsor accredited by the Department of States. I'm very sorry. Like, can you I don't have access to the slide. Perfect. So who we are? So we do have like more than 20 years of work experience in this industry. We are sending over 5,000 J1 visa applicants annually. So we are also approved a sponsor for different type of government programs. But what is very important for you today and to remember is that we do work with a lot of like host companies, and we have a lot of position available in the United States within the hospitality industry. Then we are going to start talking a little bit more about the process and how it's easy to get to the United States. So that's really like what I would like to talk about today. It's the process, and then the type of position that you can apply for in the US, the type of position that we have available right now, and also adding some frequently question asked that you can get, that we mainly get from our applicants. And also you are more than welcome to put any question on the chat as well. So let's start with the process. So the registration and placement process. You can move to the other slide. So the registration and placement is very easy. So first you have to complete the registration package through ISATS, which is our local partners in Jamaica. Then you will be invited by one of our team members to a welcoming call to assess your English level because it's part of the process, but also to learn about your expectation and answer any question you might have about the program. Once that part is done, then you will be able to have access to all the positions available, and you will be able to make a selection of at least 3 different hotels for you to be reviewed by. So once we have these like hotel preferences, we will start sending your resume to this hotel, and then we will organize the interview if they're interested by your profile. So we do have different type of recruitment. So we do have like individual recruitment. So it's one by one. We send your resume to this hotel. If they like your profile, then you will get an interview. But we also have a virtual recruitment fair, which are happening like multiple times a month. So usually we do have like 3 to 6 virtual recruitment fair. So we have a specific day and time that we know that this hotel is going to recruit, and you can be added to that virtual recruitment fair. So that is also an easy way for you to get into the program and to get access to interviews pretty quickly. So after the interview, so you have your interviews with our hotel partners. Again, you will be the one choosing the hotel where you want to go. And after the interview, if you are selected, you will be moving forward with filing the J1 visa. And if you are not selected, then we will try with another hotel until you get placed. Because our main objectives for you and for the program, it's really to get you placed with one of our hotel partners in order to file your J1 visa and get your visa approved to move to the United States. Then once the registration and placement process is done, congratulations, you had your placement in the United States. Then we'll move to the filing process. So it's the next slide. So filing your documents with us, so it's very easy again. So you will start, we will start collecting all the documents that our compliance department need in order to file your J1 visa. You will be paying the fees associated to the program as well. And once the documents, so your file is completed, we have all the necessary documents, the payment has been received, then we will develop the training plan, so the DS-7002, which is a very which is one of the legal documents that you need in order to go to the US Embassy. And once we are done as well with collecting the documents from the host company, you will receive all the information and confirmation from the host company. So then we will issue the legal documents. So the legal documents will include the DS-7002 and also the DS-2019, your service receipt. So that are really like the three documents that are mandatory in order for you to go to the US Embassy. Then we'll move to the next slide, which is the embassy appointment and arrival. So we'll provide you the legal documents, and what you will need to do is take your US Embassy appointment. So in order to go there and to have your little appointment with an officer and get your visa on the passport, as you have seen before from one of the participants. So you will go to the US Embassy. Usually it's pretty easy, and the chance to get your visa approved is pretty high. So you all have the chance to go to the United States. Once the visa is approved at the US Embassy, then you will be ready to leave and to start your training in the US. We will also send you what we call an arrival package with all the information about housing, transportation, meals, paid days, local social security office, etc., etc. So everything will be included on that very specific arrival package, which is unique per host company. So that will give you all the necessary information. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the fund and where you can go with the program. So we work with over 200 host companies in the United States. So we are mainly covering all the states in the US, but we do have some very popular states like Florida, Utah, California, Hawaii, Colorado, Texas, Massachusetts, South Carolina, and Wisconsin. Those one are really our top 10 states, but we also have position available almost on every state, around all over the year, because again we do have more than 200 different hotel partners. We also are corporate partners with big brands like Marriott, ISATS, Hilton, Intercontinental, and Accor as well. So most of our hotel, as you're going to see with the position that we have available, are mainly from international chains. Then we're going to talk a little bit more about what are the type of position that you can get in the US with us. So all of our opportunities are within the luxury hospitality. So we only work with luxury hotel, resort, and fine dining restaurant. All of our hotel are minimum 4-star hotel. So it's always 4 and 5-star hotel. We do have like top luxury hotel, like 5-star hotel and 5 diamonds as well. Most of hotel are providing training in rooms division, food and beverage, and culinary. Position are available all year round. So that is very important for you to know, so you can leave anytime you want, and there will always be a position available for you. And of course, as I'm sure you understand already, it's a paid training program, which means that you will be paying so usually it's between 10 to 25 US dollar, and tips can be included as well. So this program, and that is part of the J1 visa regulation, you already have a stipend that is at least the minimum wage of your location. So you won't be underpaid. You will be paid as any employees in the hotel, and you will receive at least the minimum wage of the location. So now we're going to talk a little bit more in details about the current opportunities that we have, so you can have a better view on what type of offer you can have access to if you use our services. So then we're going to move to the next slide, which is current opportunities. So currently, as you can see, most of our hotels are part of like a big international chain. So currently, we have a virtual recruitment fair with Signia by Hilton Atlanta. Food and beverage and culinary position are available. So typically, as you can see, food and beverage is 10 US dollar per hour plus tips, and the culinary position is 21 US dollar per hour. Then we also have the Hyatt Regency Clearwater. We have the Intercontinental Cleveland as well, that is currently recruiting in food and beverage, rooms division, and culinary arts. Then we do have like other position available in different like states. So you can go to the next slide. So we have, for example, the Ritz-Carlton Half Moon Bay in California, which is currently recruiting for room division, culinary art, and food and beverage MIT. So it's a management in training. So that very specific position of food and beverage management training program is really for applicants with work experience already. And that will give you a specific like supervisor training program. Then we have the Daxton offering as well a housekeeping management training too. And we have the Hyatt Regency Coralville for food and beverage and culinary art. So that are just like some example of like hotels that are currently recruiting, but we have way more than that. We're going to continue with like some example the next slide. On the next slide, so we have the Greenbrier. So we have the Greenbrier, which is one of the oldest hotel in the United States with a big history. All the presidents have stayed there. So it's a beautiful hotel with a big like history. We also have the Sofitel Philadelphia, which is currently recruiting as well, and Rooms Division and Rooms Division MIT, which is pretty rare to have a Rooms Division management training. So that is very, it's very good for you if you're interested by that type of position. And we have the Mr. C Coconut Grove, which is one of the beautifulest hotel on South Beach, Miami. Again, many other exciting opportunities are available. In order to have access to them, you need to register for program, and then we can guarantee you that you will have a 4 and 5-star luxury work experience in the US. Now that we talk a little bit about our current position available, I think it's important to mention our program support to understand a little bit more what are our services. Of course, you're going to have all the support and assistance from your local partner, from our local partner. ISATS, but also as a sponsor, we need to provide you as well specific assistance and support. So an ITN representative will assist you throughout the entire process from the beginning until you arrive to the United States. Of course, again, your main point of contact will be ISATS, but if you need anything, you can always reach out to us. During every step, you will be sent all the instruction and information and how to get prepared for the next step. So we will always give you the information to know what's coming next and what's next and how to get prepared to the next step. Then throughout the program, so once you will be in the United States, we'll do a monthly check-in, which means that you will receive every month. Usually it's a quiz format where you have to answer question, and if there is any specific concern that you raise during that monthly check-in, then we'll get in touch with you directly. We also have a 24/7 emergency line that you can always reach out once you will be in the United States. But also during business day, you can get answer to any of your question or concern from our post-arrival team. So we do have a specific team in the United States dedicated to our participant in country. And also what we do as a sponsor is we do organize local events while you will be in the United States. So they are always free of charge. And if there is an event organized in your region, of course, you will be invited in order to meet us, to do something fun with us, and also to meet other J1 participants. So then we're going to go to the next slide with the frequently asked question. So would you be supporting me throughout the entire process? Of course we will. Of course, you will have your local partner that is going to really assist you and make sure that everything is set up for you before you arrive in the United States. But you will always be able to reach us out, and also you will have a full support and assistance once you will be in the United States. Is accommodation included? So accommodation can be included sometimes with a cost associated. But if it's not included, then we will always give you a specific contact where you can get your accommodation from, or we'll give you a contact of a local agency as well that you can reach out in order to secure your housing. What is the typical duration of the process? So usually the process can take between 3 to 6 months. It really depends on you. So if you find a position quickly or not with us, if you find a position that you like pretty quickly, and also it also depends on the waiting time at the US Embassy. But usually it's between 3 to 6 months. What happens if I'm not selected by host company? So if you're not selected by host company, our goal is to make sure that you find a placement. So if the first company do not select you, then we'll move to the next hotel preferences. How many interviews can I participate in? So there is no limit. So as long as you don't find any position, as long as you're not successful with any interview, you will continue to interview with our hotel partner until you get an offer from one of them. Do you offer any payment plan option? Yes, we do. I really invite you to talk about that with ISATS directly, but we do have a payment plan option that is very affordable and convenient for applicants. After completing the program, am I allowed to stay in the United States? No, you are not. So at the end of your 12-month program, you will need to leave the country. And if you want to go back to the United States, I will invite you to apply for another type of visa. So I don't know if so. I'm at the end of my presentation regarding the program. I don't know if any of you do have any specific question that you would like to talk about, but feel free to ask your question on the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer it. I think there
Muted.
is.
Okay, great. Yes. That was a fantastic presentation, Charlotte. Thank you so much. I think we have some questions in the comment section. I'm going to try my very best to pull through some of these questions.
Of
Um,
course.
I think this question is a very popular one that we had received. Is the possibility as sponsor will be paying for the program, or will they pay for the program and we pay them back for our pay from our pay? So the payment plan, I think, is what Charlotte had mentioned, where you'll pay a portion of the program fee in your home country, Jamaica in this case, to receive your paperwork or legal documents for the embassy. And when you then arrive overseas, you then will pay an amount bi-weekly or whichever the payment arrangement is. So it helps you to pay less now and pay the remaining portion when you have arrived in the US.
Yes, exactly.
So mhm. Yeah, so that's a very popular question. So I think some persons are saying with regards to sponsorship, um, if we so I think this is a very popular question when we say sponsor. So it's not necessarily that the entity is financing your program. No, it's that they're going to be your visa sponsor, meaning that they'll be responsible for you while you're in the United States. So you'll be the one paying for your program, but they'll be the one that will be uh, the support while you're in the US.
Um, can I just like quickly add something? So just to clarify
Sure.
what is a visa sponsor. So we are accredited by the U.S. Department of State to verify your profile, make sure that you qualify and that your profile is aligned with the J1 visa regulation. We will as well do the same with the host company. We'll make sure that the host company is aligned with the J1 visa regulation to host a J1 participant. And also, with that saying, when we do this two verification, that allowed us to issue all the legal documents in order to be able to have access to the US Embassy and to the J1 visa. So we want like financially support the program, but the sponsor is a specific organization that are doing kind of like the job of the Department of State of like verifying your profile, making sure that your profile is aligned with the J1 visa regulation. We will also draft the training plan. So we will make sure that the training that you will receive is aligned with the J1 visa regulation too. So we are here to make sure that your entire program, meaning your profile, the host company, and the training that you will get, is always aligned with what the Department of State is requiring for this specific program. And also, once you will be in the United States, we are there as a mentor of the program. Again, making sure that you are receiving the training that you came from for. We will make sure that you are in a safe environment and that everything is going well for you. So that is really like the role of an American sponsor for the G1 visa program.
I That's good, Charlotte. I think this is a very popular question as well. How many time can you travel on the program? You want to
So
answer
you
that,
can.
Charlotte?
Yes, sure. So definitively, you can do multiple J1 program. So it's not a one visa for your life. You can do like different J1 visa as long as you are eligible. So just to make it like simple and clear for everyone, as long as you are a current student, you can do a J1 visa after each semester at the university. But if you go there as a young professional, you will need to have 2 years between your two J1 visa.
Mhm.
Um, but yes, you can do two or like even sometimes like three J1 visa.
So there's like a 2 year wait period if you're like a trainee
Yes,
before you can
depending on
reapply.
the
Mhm.
category. Yes, I mean then it gets a little bit technical, but depending on the category that you are on the J1 visa, there is a 2 years waiting period. Sorry.
Mhm.
Yes,
Absolutely.
we do have a lot of placement in Florida. That is one of our most popular states, and we worked a lot with Miami, particularly.
Mhm. All right, guys, you can keep the questions coming in. This is a very popular one as well.
No,
Any program
and
for over 25.
so unfortunately, not the J1 visa. So it has to be another type of visa, but like not for the J1 visa program.
Mhm. Yeah, not for this program. All right, so I think this is a popular. So this is not. So this session is primarily for the J1 visa program. The H2B is separate, and we do not provide any service for H2B at this time,
We are
unfortunately.
the
How long does the contract last? Typically, the program runs usually for up to 12 months, but you can do eight, I think six, but
yes.
usually it's up to 12 months.
Yeah, so we can do like 6 months. We
Hmm.
can do 8 months as well, but usually it's 12 months. Why? Because of the financial investment as well. And I think it's a little bit, I mean, it's good to take that specific chance to stay up to the maximum length, which is 12 months.
12 months. And participants can receive an extension for 6 additional months. I think they would have to be like in a managerial or supervisory role for them to do an extension. Mm.
So that is outside the hospitality industry. So if it's for business, they can do up to 18 months, and within the hospitality industry, it's limited to 12 months.
All right. I think those are most of the question, guys. So, guys, again, if you have any questions regarding the program, you can shoot them in the comment section where we can answer all the questions you guys have. Um, I think this is one question that Kelly and Connell was asking: how long does the process takes?
So usually it's between 3 to 6 months. It really depends
Mhm.
on how long you're gonna take to get an offer from one of our host company. And then when we have
Host
to file,
company.
yes, the J1 visa, it's usually between 4 to 6 weeks. And then you get your appointment at the US Embassy. I think it's pretty, I mean, waiting time right now in Jamaica, it's pretty like short. And then you are able to fly to the United States.
Yeah. Yes. Uh, Another question coming in. Also, if they can work overtime. So Delano is
Yeah,
asking if we participants can work overtime.
of course you can. So
Mhm.
of course it's part of.
Yes.
I
So
mean, I
that's.
cannot
Mhm.
guarantee you over time because it's depend on the host company, on the hotel that you will work for. But of course you are able to do overtime, but you cannot work overnight.
Overnight. Yes. Yes. All right. Romain Subban, what's the start date you guys have available? So there are different start dates. It depends on the host company, of course, that you're placed with. So it's really contingent to your host company start date based on the placement that you receive. So it kind of varies. And I think it's throughout the year, so people can leave at any time during the year.
Yes, exactly. It's all over the year. So currently, if you apply, so just to give you an idea, if you apply now for the program, you will be able to live for the United States like around May.
Mm. Whitney, can you get more than one placement? So for this program, it's only one, you're only allowed to work with one employer. So you can't work a second job with this program. It's not
Okay.
allowed. But I think you can do like a 6 months thing. I guess Charlotte will explain that one for you guys.
So definitively, so you have to to stick with your host company. You are not allowed to have like a second or side job during your training program. But we do offer a very specific program which is called Route 66. Why? It's because you are allowed within this specific program, you are able to do 6 months with one of our hotel, and then you will be moved to another hotel for an additional 6 months. So with this specific program, that will give you the opportunity to have like two different experience, to visit like two different states, two different destination. Usually, hotels that are part of the Route 66 program, you do only one interview. So you do the first interview with the first hotel, and then you will be automatically placed to the second hotel, to the second option. Also, something that I think is very interesting is to have like two work experience to put on your resume with that very specific program. So I mean, it's a great program. It's very popular with our applicants to have the chance to visit like two different hotels, two different states, and usually they are from the same brand. So we worked with like kind of like sister company from the same brand. So you move from like one destination to another one, but are still part of the same like brand hotel.
Yeah, so most of our applicants would actually love that type of procedure. That way, they can get to have different experience, probably in a different state, or you get the opportunity to not stay one place for 1 year, but you get the
Exactly.
flexibility to work somewhere else. On
And
the
also
same program.
the good thing as well about this program is usually we work with like seasonal destination, which means that you will get to that hotel on the peak season, which means that technically you do, a lot of like hours, extra hours, overtimes, etc., extra, because you will be at this hotel only for the peak season, and then you will move to the next destination again only for the peak season. So that is also financially interesting because you will be in two different destinations only at the peak season of those destinations.
Hmm. And this one question again from Killian: Can you still apply if you have been denied a visa? Mhm. So if you have been denied a US visa, you can still apply technically for the program. We have had cases where persons have been denied a visa before, like a B1, B2, or a regular tourist visa, but they were approved the J1 visa because it's two different visa classes and it's two different prerequisites or requirements. So it really
Exactly.
depends, you know, on the interview's assessment.
Exactly. No, I totally agree with that.
What's the age limit for the 6 to 6 program? Um,
The, the visa age limit, it's 35.
5. Yes. Another question: How long does it take to draft this 7002 after getting placed to the host company?
So first, we'll need to complete your documents. We'll need to receive the payment of your program. We'll need to have the host company completing the document as well. And then the draft of the training plan, the DS72, I mean, like, it's just like a couple of days. I mean, it's pretty fast. But the longest step are really like collecting documents from you, collecting documents from the host company. And then usually we work in parallel, which means that while we collect your documents and the host company documents, we have our team also drafting your training plan too.
All All right. Uh, all right. So I think we've answered most of the questions here. Again, guys, if you have any other questions that we didn't answer here, or if you have thought of a question after the call or this webinar has ended, you can always shoot us an email. We'll provide all of that to everybody who would have registered for this webinar. We'll send all the contact details so you can reach out to our recruitment team to start the process and to learn more about the program. I think someone is also asking how much does the program cost? The cost really varies. It depends on different factors. If you're doing a payment plan, if you're not doing a payment plan, how long, if it's 8 months or 12 months. So it really depends on all of those factors, which we can share with you via email the pricing sheet that you can go over and to see which would have best meet your budget. All right. Um, so again, if you have any, what if I'm not attending UWI? If you're not attending a university, or if you don't have a degree or anything of that sort, once you have the 5 years of work experience and it's provable that you can provide references for those 5 years, then you are qualified for the program. All right. If you had the degree and 1 year, you're also qualified. Or if you just freshly finished university, you're also qualified as an intern. All right. So again, this program it has a payment plan structure. You'd have to pay an amount while you're in Jamaica, and then pay the rest while you're working overseas on a cycle. I think it's bi-weekly. We're paying an amount every 2 weeks. All right. Again, we're happy to have you guys here. If you have any further questions or anything that we did not answer, or you're too shy to ask, you can always shoot us an email and we'll be more than happy to answer all of them. I think someone is asking, do you provide sponsorship? Uh, so they do provide visa sponsorship. So if that's what Kaden is referring to, yes, we do provide both placement and also sponsorship, visa
Yes.
sponsorship. All right, guys. Um, we're just gonna take a quick 2 minute for you guys to really think about if you guys have any questions, or if that's all for now. But let me see if there are any other questions coming in. All right, guys, remember to keep your questions coming in the comment section. We should be wrapping up shortly. All right, all right, guys, we're just gonna go for a 30-second break. All right, so again, guys, no more questions coming in. All right, so we want to express our gratitude for everyone that joined us this morning. I know you guys were here from 8:45 this morning, so we're happy to have you guys here and to learn more about the program. It's a very exciting opportunity that many people, not just Jamaicans, participate all over the world. So you have participants from different countries, not just Jamaica. And I know that our partner here, ITN, they work with different countries as well. I know Charlotte has a French background. So we do love diversity in terms of learning about different cultures, different things, and that is the importance of this J1 program, which is to basically, it's a cultural exchange program. It's for you to go in the U.S. and really learn, explore, meet new cultures, and understand different ways of life. It's a learning experience as well as a nice program where you'll be working and exploring your career, expanding on your knowledge base, etc. So it's a program again not only available to Jamaicans but for persons in different parts of the world, and different countries do participate in the program. And so we're happy to welcome you guys on board. You can read up all the resources that we have available on our website, and also you can contact us or office, and they can also send us an email where we will just start, do a one-to-one with you guys. If you wish to book an appointment, we can do a one-to-one consultation to get you guys onboarded and to explore more about the program. So we're happy that you guys joined and learned about the different jobs available. How does the sponsorship process work, and to clarify some concerns that you guys would have had before this session. All right, so we're looking forward to working with you guys and to giving you guys this grand opportunity. I know Charlotte is ready to welcome you guys on board from the ITN side. I know Ms. Crooks also from the recruitment team. We're ready to also onboard you guys. We're team, we're ready. So again, we're doing interviews. I know there are different job placements that are coming up, employer interviews that are coming up very soon. So if you want to be a part of that batch, contact our recruitment team. We do have a WhatsApp contact. We will share that with you guys for all persons who had registered for the webinar. All right, guys. So again, it was a pleasure speaking with you guys. And I know, Charlotte, do you have any closing statement?
I mean, thank you very much for hosting me today. That was great to share more about our program. And again, I totally agree with you. It's really like a cultural exchange program. We do welcome more than 200 nationalities into our program every year. So I think it's great opportunity for anyone who want to experience that a specific program in the US.
Absolutely. And Ms. Crooks?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to assisting you guys with the onboarding process, your documents, all your concerns to get started. We have a very supportive team here at ISATS Jamaica, and we're always, ready to answer any questions that you may have, or if you need assistance with anything, we're here to support you.
Absolutely. So again, guys, we're going to close out this morning from my end, from the placement end. We're happy to welcome you guys. Just go to our portal and sign up and get the ball rolling. It's all in your court. So the faster you act is the faster we'll respond to you and to start the process. So guys, have a nice rest of your day. And you can just look in the description section. You'll see more details how to start the process and to onboard and to get the ball rolling. It's all in your court again. All right, guys, have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.